Hello students, so we are heading towards the second act of Hallowed Pinter, and yes, this time we are going to do it really fast, and I'm not going to study the single words or single line dialogues between the characters. Getting it? So it's now your job to read the complete lines or the complete dialogues of the characters, and we are just going towards, or we will only read those lines which are important, okay, or which are important for the story building or character building in the play. All right. So yes, we were studying Hallowed Pinter. Okay, there is this quick revision or a quick recap of what we have studied. All right. So yes, you can read it from here, and this is some basic information about the play, how it was published in 1959, it was where it was premiered, and all these elements of this play. So yes, we are reaching towards act second. So in act first, what we have studied, we have seen that there is a character named Easton. He has he has invited a Trump named Davis to his apartment, to his house, and yes, he is very kind, very generous. Easton, I'm talking about Easton. He's very kind and he's really generous, and he is presenting and he's trying to comfort this Trump Davis. All right, but in the other hand, when we see Davis, we see that this character Davis, he is little outspoken. All right, he's narcissist, and he's egotistical, and he rather speaks about himself. Okay, how life was, how his life was, and how he has acted in that adverse situation, and he talks a lot about himself. Okay, he talks a lot about himself, and he is rather not interested to know much about Easton. We have seen that, but he is rather providing each the minute details, each and every detail of himself to Easton. Okay, and yes, we have also seen that that Easton is not that talkative. Okay, he does not talk too much, and why he does not do that, maybe we'll come to find that in the later acts of this play. All right, so yes, we are heading towards act second. Okay, so you can see that act second, it happens a few seconds later. Getting it? It happens a few seconds later. Not like there is a change in the scenario or change in the second setting or background of the play, but rather the second act, it happens a few seconds later. Okay, Mick is seated, Davis on the floor, half seated, crouched, silence. Mick, well, Davis, nothing. Okay, yes. I think there is an information. Now, what happened is that Mick, all right, Mick, who was the brother of Davis, all right. So he happens to. We can see that. Okay, I have told you to read all these things. Okay, so what happens? That Mick enter. All right, Mick enter, and he has no idea about Davis. He do not know Davis, and yes, Mick suddenly he comes in, and and Mick, he watch Davis. All right, and Davis was at that time he was inspecting all the house. All right, so yes. See, you can see here. Okay, you can see it here that he was inspecting all the house I think he is trying to steal something if he can, if there is something useful or some expensive things he have. And suddenly Mick arrived there, and Mick come in, and he watches Davis, and he thought that Davis is some thief, some intruder in his house, and he attacked him. Okay, you can see it what in this conversation. Yes. Okay, so he attacked him, and there is a fight between both of them. Okay, so they started fighting. Okay, so yes, so somehow he is rather able to console him. All right. So yes, the first act it ended with what's the game. Okay, what is your game? Okay, what you're doing here, what this is all about. All right. So yes, this was the thing that Mick suddenly arrives there, and he think that Davis was a thief, which eventually he is going to be. Getting it? He is trying to steal something from the flat of Easton, and suddenly Mick arrives there, and he was startled. He was terrified when he saw Mick. Okay, and there was an ongoing fight between them. Anyway, so yes, so second act, so the second act it started few seconds later. All right. Okay, so the act second, we can see act second, and we are seeing that Mick is seated, Davis on the floor, half seated, crouched, and half crouched on the floor. Okay, and here he started rather questioning him. Okay, he started questioning Davis, which Easton has not done. Okay, he should have asked question to Davis before making him enter his house, but he didn't do that. But instead of that, Mick is doing all these things which Easton need to do. Okay, so yes, we can see that Mick is not blindly trusting Davis. Okay, he's little skeptical about Davis. So yes, so these are the things he's asking his name. All right. Yes, he's again and again he's asking his name. Okay, all these things can describe that he's not trusting him. All right. And yes, in this last para, Mick said that he reminds him of his uncle's brother. All right. So yes. Okay. This see, there are not many lines which are important. Okay. This is this line. You can say this is important. So yes, that he reminds me of my uncle. He was always on the move. That man never without his passport. Had an eye for girl. Getting it? This is the important thing, that his uncle, he was never without his passport. So yes, he indirectly he's like there is always an identification. Okay, with person, the people carry identification card with them. So maybe yes, in further act we can see that Mick may be asked about his whereabouts, or he will try to have some identification and ID of Davis. Okay, so yes, he was of an athletic long jump specialist and all these things. Okay, so yes, this paragraph can be important. All right, so this paragraph has been spoken, or there is a conversation between Mick and Davis, and I think you will understand it. You will realize, or rather identify this paragraph if it come in your exam. All right. Okay. So Davis, listen, I hope you slept well last night. Okay, he started inquiring. Okay, if he sleep, if it was a good sleep for him. right, of if he liked his room or not. Okay, your room, how do you like my room? Okay, so yes, from this line we realize that the room in which Davis is living, that room was of Mick. Okay, so yes, he is intentionally doing it. Okay, so Mick, he began questioning him, asking his name and all that, but Davis is disconcerted. Okay, he does not pay any heed to it. When Mick asked that if he like his room or not. Okay, so yes, so Mick was like, "Do you like my room?" Davis was like, "It's your room." Mick, yes. Davis, this ain't your room. I do not know who you are, and I ain't never seen you before. Okay, all right. So yes, so he is, really disconcerted. He did not care who Mick is, and he's rather like, I do not know you, all right, and this is not your room. Okay, so yes, he's a narcissist, you know it, all right. So Mick, this is this long para of Mick. Now, what Mick said? Mick said, believe it or not, you have got a funny kind of resemblance to a bloke I once knew in Shoreditch. Actually, he lived in Eldgate. I was staying with a cousin in Camden Town. This chap, he used to have a pitch in Finsbury Park, just by the bus depot. When I got to know him, I found out he was brought up in Putney, and he did not. If sorry. He did not, it did not make any difference to me. I know quite a people who are born in Putney. Even even if they were not born in Putney, they were born in Felham. The only trouble was okay, this is a sort of conversation of Mick where he is trying to he's rambling on how Davis, he looked like a person he know once. Okay, so okay, this paragraph may be important, just read it. Okay, there is some detail of the man he knew. All right, so yes, just read it yourself. Okay, so okay, so yes, he started again this thing that did you sleep last night or not. Okay, so sorry. Right, so yes, so we can see it from the conversation of both of them that yes, as an audience, okay, we as an audience, we reading this play, we see that we are obtaining more and more information about all these three characters. All right, so yes, let's read it. Okay, so yes, he is asking again and again about his sleep. Okay, do you sleep well or not? Okay, and Davis is, I think, little bit irritated. He's like okay, he is he really find it strange. Okay, that why he's asking again and again about this. Okay, that see, you can see it here. What sort of sleep did you have in that bed? Davis is like, all right. Okay, this is the sense of he's banging on the floor. Okay, he is a sort of like he is pissed. Okay, so he is irritated till now. Mick, you weren't uncomfortable? All right. Okay, he's irritated. He's completely irritated. Mick, you are a foreigner. So you are a foreigner. Mick, I was born and bred in British Irish. I was. Why? What did they teach you? Okay. How do you like? He is just irritating him. All right. So yes, Mick is like again and again. This is my bed. Okay. So he is more like Okay, this is my bed, and why you are there. Okay, so what he's doing. Okay, he's like, if Davis is a foreigner. Okay, to that Davis said that no, he is not a foreigner. He was born and bred in British Irish. But Mickey is like, he's asking again and again, one question to another. Okay, so yes. um okay, so yes, something weird happened here. Okay. um yes, what he has done, Davis, Mick Mick has grabbed the trousers of Davis. Okay, and Davis grew. Davis is really annoyed, and Davis is like, "Give me my trouser then. Are you settling down for a long stay? Give me my bloody trousers. Why? Where are you going?" Okay, he does not care that Davis is being annoyed, but rather than he keep on asking questions. Okay, so yes, Davis said that, give me and I'm going. Okay, he's like really irritated until now, and he's like, okay, just give my trouser back, and I'm just going. I'm going to sit cup. All right. Again, Mick is like, you remind me of a bloke I bumped into once, and just at the side of the Guildford bypass. Okay, he's just trying to say that maybe I know you. All right, maybe I know you. I bumped into it. Okay, we met somewhere. Okay, he's just trying to, you can say, he's just trying that a truth come out of his mouth. He's just trying to do that. Okay, so yes, I was brought here. Okay, so yes, Davis is so selfish. Getting it? Davis is like, I was brought here by somebody. Mick is like, pardon, who brought you? I was brought here. Okay, he's like again and again, no, I was forcefully brought here. Okay, I do not want to come here, but yes, I was brought here by somebody. Mick is like, brought here? Who brought you here? Man who lives here. He fibber. Okay, he's like, he's a born fibber. All right. I was brought here last night, meet him in a car. I was working. I got a bullet. I was working there. Bloke saved me from a punch up, brought me here, brought me right here. Okay. So now you're getting it, how Davis, exactly we are now seeing it, that how Easton has saved Davis from a fight. He was walking somewhere, he get into a fight, he received a bullet, and Easton, he saved him, and for a while he's like, okay, you can take rest in my apartment. But Davis, being so selfish, okay, he's in trouble because Mick is troubling him, and he is describing all that event like a blame. Okay, so I do not want to come here, but it was rather Easton who make me come here. Getting it? So yes, he's just trying to say, okay, I'm well born. I do not like it to take credits, but I was rather forced to take the credits. Getting it? Mick, I am afraid that you are a born fibber. Okay? You are a born fibber. Ain't you? You are speaking to the owner. This is my room. You are standing in my house. Getting it? So yes, you are. He is continuously saying that. Okay. So yes, now we understand that why he is doing that. Getting it? Because he is the real owner of this house, and some champ or some strange man, he intruded into the house, and he's like asking question, or he's kind of showing attitude to the real owner. All right, and he doesn't even know that who the name of the person who brought him here. Okay, because he was so busy telling about himself that he didn't even ask name of Easton. All right. So yes, we are basically receiving some information about the background, that how Easton and Davis they met. All right. So yes, we understand that Mick, he is the real owner. Okay, and he is like, okay, I understand that you are a fibber. Okay, yes, fibber is the somebody who lies a lot. Okay, who has a habit of lying, that is fibber. It's his. Okay, he's continuously like, no, it was his. He did not even remember the name of Easton, or he didn't ask that. What about that then? This is my bed. He pointing to David's bed. That's my bed. Getting it. That's why he was continuously asking the same question. Okay, how you feel it? Okay, if that was a nice sleep, what are you able to sleep good? Mick, what about then? What about that then? That is my mother's bed. Getting it? That's why he was that rude. Okay. Well, she wasn't in it last night. Okay. So yes, it is really disgusting. Okay. Now don't get perky, son. Don't get perky. Keep your hands off my old mum. I haven't. Don't get out of your depth, friend. Okay, I think he is like, maybe he has killed his mother. Maybe Mick is thinking like that. All right, and yeah, and he has intruded inside the house. Okay, Mick is thinking like that. So yes, he's saying that I haven't. Don't get out of your depth, friend. Don't start talking liberties with my old mother. It's have a bit of respect. All right, no. It's more like, okay, he's like, don't start talking. Don't start taking liberties with my own mother. Okay, don't you mess with my old mother. Okay, don't you bring her into this conversation. Okay, you should know your depth. Okay, where you belong. Getting it? So yes, you should just be in your shoe and do not talk anything about my mother. I got respect. You won't find anyone with more respect. Okay, getting it? So he's like trying to be very good with communication. Okay, he's just trying to be more, yeah, like this. Okay, Mick, but he does not pay to all that flattery. He does not really care. Stop telling me all that fibs. Now listen to me. I never seen you before, have I? Mick, never seen my mother before either, I suppose. I think I'm coming to conclusion that you are an old rock. You are nothing but an old scoundrel. Okay? Davis, now wait. Mick, listen, son. Listen, Sonny, you stink. Okay? So he is, okay, despite being the fact that Davis is elder, he's way older to Mick. He's like, okay, okay, don't you play with me, son. And he's continuously like that. Davis, you ain't got no right. Okay, you know, Easton was the one who used to listen to all those long conversation about himself from Davis. But no, Mick is we can see it. Mick is completely opposite to that. He is not interested in listening to any of the things, or the narcissist thing, or the egoistical conversation of Davis. He's rather that you are an old robber. There is no getting away from it. You are an old skate. You don't belong in a nice place like this. You are an old barbarian. Honest. You got no business wandering in an unfurnished flat. I could charge 7 quid a week for this if I wanted. Go a taker tomorrow. Get a taker tomorrow. 350 a year expensive. No argument. Getting it? He's like, you cannot live in a place like this. Getting it? If you want to live in a flat like this, maybe it is unfurnished, but if you want to live, you have to pay for it. Getting it? There is no way that a person like you can stay in this flat. getting it for free. No, you have to pay for it. You have to pay for each and everything. Getting it? So yes, this is some long conversation. You can just read it. So yes, he is more of like okay, you do not belong to such place. Okay, and so Mick is basically, he does not like this jesting. Okay, he is Davis is trying to be jestful, right? But yes, Davis paid no heed to that. All right, and yes, he has this this long conversation. Okay, you just need to read all this, maybe this is important. All right, so yes, he has this long conversation about Davis, that how he can be a robber, he can be a barbarian, and yes, okay, and yes, at the same time, he is like, if Davis want to purchase the room, okay, he can rent if he want to rent. He want to have if he want it in for like he want to purchase the room, he has a brother who can fix it up. Getting it? So yes, he is the real owner. And in this conversation, he is just talking about the rental terms, all those things, that how if he want to take it for a week, how he will going to charge it. If he want to take it annually, how he is going to do that. All right, so okay, we have done till here, and we are going to do or we will continue this act in the next lecture. Okay, so till then, just try to read it, the conversation that I have left. Just try to read all those conversation. All right, we are going to finish this act from till tomorrow, I guess, in the tomorrow's lecture. All right, till then, just keep on reading.